Ciao a tutti and welcome into my channel. I'm AndrewC and this is Vape in Italy. This video is dedicated to a complete vaping experience. Today I will talk to you about the Vaping Gentlemen Club and their project Novecento. This video will be quite long because there are a lot of things to show, so please sit back with your mouth and have fun. Let's start from the brand. The Vaping Gentlemen Club is an Italian brand that takes inspiration from the history, in particular from the Victorian age. During this period, in England and US, several gentlemen clubs were founded. In these exclusive clubs, persons like Churchill, Lincoln, Einstein and many others were used to discuss about philosophy, politics and literature while smoking complex mixtures of the best tobaccos in their pipe and drinking some Scotch whisky. These gentlemen were distinguished by class and elegance. This Victorian lifestyle inspired the guys behind the Vaping Gentlemen Club, and by the end of the 2016, beginning of 2017, they introduced a complete new line of organic tobacco flavors. This line includes pure and aromatized tobacco flavors, and each one takes the name from a wind. Flavors vary from classic English mixture to some unexpected mix of tobacco and fruit. The packaging is colorful and great in every detail. Later, they introduced as side to their main line some special flavors, called the Legend. The Legends are limited edition flavors obtained by rare or special tobacco. Well, some months later, the Italian vape market saw the born of the project with their first atomizer, the Novecento. Novecento is a bottom feeder atomizer for mouth-to-lung vaping. It has an overall height of 45 mm and the deck diameter is of 18 mm. It is made in stainless steel 316L. Novecento is composed by three main parts. There's the deck section, the bell and the drip tip. The design of this atomizer, even if a bottom feeder, gives a nod to some typical tank features. This appears clear looking at the presence of a chimney in the upper part of the bell and the air nozzle underneath the coil. So, during vaping, the air crossed the deck and hit the coil from the bottom. Looking at the deck, we can see that the Novecento has a deep juice well that allows a custom juice fitting. Under the deck, we can find the 510 connection with the BF pin, and we can see the engraving of the atomizer name, Novecento, the serial number and the Vaping Gentlemen Club logo. The bell is held in place by two O-rings, and the airflow can be regulated by rotating the bell around the deck. There are 5 different airflow regulating holes that varies from 0.8 mm to 1.6 mm with 0.2 mm increment. If these features were already innovative, the modern introduced something more. Until now, I always said bell, but I should have said bells. Yes, because the Novecento comes with 3 different bells. Placing the 3 bells side by side, it appears immediately that these 3 bells have differences in appearance and in dimension. Let's have a look in detail on them. Each bell has a name and they are: Winston, it's the smaller one, and it has an OD of 15mm and an ID of 12mm. The bell sky has a double conical shape. Sigmund, it is the intermediate bell, and it has an OD of 16mm and an ID of 13mm. The sky has a single conical shape. Albert, it's the larger bell, and it has an OD of 17mm and an ID of 14mm, while the sky is rounded. These three bells are intended to offer to the vapor a complete new vaping experience using always the same EGs. Using the smaller bell, the dry notes of the tobacco will be emphasized, while using the larger bell, sweet and fruity tastes of the same EGs will be emphasized. These characteristics transform the Novecento in one of the most versatile atomizer existing. The drip tip is also special. First, it has a name, 21, and it has a central core in stainless steel screwed on a 510 connection. This core can be dressed with different specific sleeves. Novecento arrives with sleeve made in African buffalo horn, but sleeves are available in black ebony, olive wood, hultem, and pearly black methacrylate. If what I told you till now would be already enough to say, what the fuck? I still haven't talked to you about the packaging. Novecento arrives with probably the best packaging I ever saw. Inside the box, there's of course the complete Novecento deck with the three bells, spare parts and the screwdriver, the drip tip, and an amazing stand in mahogany to hold in place the deck and the three bells. As I told you at the beginning, the Novecento is not just an atomizer, but is a project. The minds behind the Vaping Gentlemen Club introduced later a sequence of add-ons to improve the vaping experience and upgrade the atomizer. They introduced a fourth bell called Jet Bell with a feature, as far as I know, never saw in the vaping world. Taking inspiration from the aviation, they added to the sky of the bell 3 spirals. These spirals increase the speed of the airflow inside the bell during vape, resulting in an increased dry taste of the flavor to the vapor. Second add-on introduced is the barrel kit. The barrel kit transformed the Novecento in an RDTA, so in a tank. Being an add-on, the barrel kit is installed under the deck of the Novecento, and the e-liquid contained in the tank walk along 2 ropes towards the cotton. Tank capacity is about 2 ml and can be refilled through a hole on the deck just by removing the bell. The advantage of an RDTA is that the juice feeding is constant, while the standard BF RDA suffers a little of initial e-juice overfeeding and later the cotton tends to dry. Moreover, to improve the juice feeding of the Novecento with the barrel kit, they introduced in the market 2 vessels called Xylema. Aim of the Xylema is to improve the juice feeding performance offered by the ropes. With Xylema, the juice feeding becomes more stable and constant even when the juice in the tank is almost finished. Following the request of the Novecento user, aside to the barrel kit, the Vaping Gentlemen Club introduced the Independence Kit. This kit includes the negative ring of the deck with O-rings, the positive pin and post screws, and it can be considered a second deck sold as a loose part that allows the vapor to keep the barrel kit mounted on one deck, having a free second deck that can be used in BF. We had a long walk through this project, and all the things that these guys introduce in the market. It's now time to step to the final stage, the last piece of this amazing puzzle. It's now time for the Stylus. The Vaping Gentlemen Club surprised the market introducing a lot of innovation during last years. Well, with Stylus, they kept the trend, introducing in the market the first 18mm tube. I will start this time showing the packaging. The wood box is absolutely elegant and feels like an old jewel case. The box contains the instruction in 3 different languages, the certificate of authenticity and, of course, the Stylus. I start showing you the spring-loaded switch with an insert in African buffalo horn as the 900 drip tip. The switch has an adjustable pin and the battery regulation. Then there is the 510 connector engraved with the serial number and the second adjustable pin to guarantee the right contact with the atomizer. Details are important, and Stylus come with a beauty ring that masks the 510 connection. It is made again in African buffalo horn. There are 2 different sleeves. One sleeve fits batteries 16500 and the other sleeve fits batteries 16650. Sleeves are really simple, just with the logo engraved. Both are made in stainless steel 304. Minor correction to what I said few seconds ago. It is the first 18mm tube that fits 16mm batteries. To reach this, the guys behind the Vaping Gentlemen Club worked on thickness of the tube wall, finding the right compromise around 0.6mm. As it is visible, the machining of each part is simply perfect, as well as the threads are smooth. So, that's the complete Project 900. The video will now continue for some seconds to show you the complete project. Then we'll step back to me for some final considerations. Here we are with the complete Project 900. This mold is one of the most used in Italy. As I said at the beginning, the guys behind the Vaping Gentlemen Club created a complete vaping experience, starting from organic flavor and creating one of the most complete mold in the market. As you saw, the hardware is really elegant in its simplicity. The machining of each component is simply perfect, and the packaging of each part of this mold is unbelievable. Project 900 is an incredible mix of innovation with some recall to the pipe tradition. To conclude, Project 900 is in my opinion one of the most elegant and innovative mold I ever saw. If I were the director of the next movie, this will be for sure one of the James Bond gadgets. This video ends here and I hope you enjoyed it. In the description you will find all the links to Vaping Gentlemen Club website and to their Facebook page. You will find also the links to my Facebook and to my Instagram page. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel and click on the bell to stay up to date. See you next time. Ciao!